A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking turn of events, the White House has confirmed that a second military strike was authorized against an alleged drug smuggling vessel in the Caribbean, raising serious questions about the legality and ethics of U.S. military operations under the Trump administration. The confirmation comes in light of a bombshell report from the Washington Post, which alleged that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth had given a verbal order to kill everybody on board the vessel during the initial attack on September 2nd. This revelation has led to calls for a thorough investigation from lawmakers across the political spectrum, with some even suggesting that the actions may constitute a war crime. During a press briefing on Monday, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt addressed the allegations, stating that while Secretary Hegseth did authorize the initial strike, it was Admiral Frank M. Mitch Bradley who commanded the second strike that resulted in the deaths of 2 survivors. Leavitt emphasized that Admiral Bradley acted within his authority and in accordance with the law. However, the implications of these actions are far-reaching, as they challenge the moral and legal frameworks governing military engagement. The initial strike reportedly left 2 men alive in the water, prompting the second strike under Bradley's direction to eliminate any potential witnesses. This has sparked outrage among human rights advocates and legal experts, who argue that targeting survivors of an attack could violate both international law and U.S. military regulations. A group of former military lawyers has asserted that such actions would be considered unlawful under the principles of proportionality and distinction that guide military operations. In the wake of these revelations, members of Congress have expressed their concerns, with both Democratic and Republican leaders of the House and Senate Armed Services Committees pledging to investigate the matter. Senator Tim Kaine, a Democrat from Virginia, stated that if the reports are true, the strike could rise to the level of a war crime. Meanwhile, Republican Representative Mike Turner echoed these sentiments, asserting that it would be an illegal act if the allegations hold true. President Trump, who defended Hegseth's handling of the incident, stated that he would not have wanted the second strike to happen, but expressed confidence in the Secretary of Defense's leadership. Trump noted that Hegseth had denied ordering the attack on the survivors, leading to further confusion and controversy surrounding the administration's military policies. As the investigation unfolds, the White House continues to assert that the operations against narcoterrorists are lawful under both U.S. and international law. However, the broader implications of these military actions are becoming increasingly scrutinized, especially in the context of the Trump administration's aggressive approach to drug trafficking and national security. The U.S. has conducted numerous boat strikes in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific since the initial attack, with Trump stating that the amount of drugs entering the country has significantly decreased. Nonetheless, the legality of these operations remains a contentious issue, with many questioning whether the administration's tactics are justifiable in the fight against drug trafficking. As the public and lawmakers demand accountability, the repercussions of this incident could have lasting effects on U.S. military operations and the ethical considerations surrounding the use of lethal force in combating narcoterrorism. The developments in this case will undoubtedly shape the discourse on military engagement and the protection of human rights in the context of national security. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.